It's getting pretty crazy out there. It was a great day for baseball on Tuesday. Blackman took on Riverdale. See right there, you have David Millam with a base hit there, just to kick off the third inning. Base hit there. The ball gets down in the outfield. Runners on second and third. Blaze Bell hits that. Runners from second and third score. Drew Beam threw 7 scoreless for the Blaze. The only real scoring threat is right here. On a possible double play, the second baseman gets his legs taken out. Both runners are called out by the umpire. The Blaze win 6-0. Sticking with high school baseball, Oakland beat Laverne 4-1. Stewart's Creek beat Smyrna 4-3. Central Magnet beat Marshall County 4-1. Something about those fours. Riverdale and Blackman are at the top of the 7 AAA district. Stewart's Creek, Oakland, and Siegel behind them. Riverdale and Blackman play again today and tomorrow. Back like he never left. MTSU volleyball coach Chuck Crawford's suspension lasted all of 2 weeks. His suspension came after allegations of abusive behavior toward the players. There is no findings of harassment or discrimination in the investigation, though the allegations were enough to warrant a suspension. Crawford admitted making the team do conditioning drills after a loss. That is an NCAA violation because it came after a game. Crawford will return. He has a 14-44 record. The MTSU Blue Raiders baseball team took on Lipscomb Tuesday. It was a high-scoring battle. Both teams had 16 hits. MTSU was the first on the board with 2 runs in the first. Lipscomb came back in the second inning and scored 3 runs. It was back and forth between the two teams. Then Lipscomb scored 7 runs in the final 3 innings. Lipscomb won 12-10. Well, Friday night began a 3-game series between MTSU and Western Kentucky. MT baseball took the first game 13-4. Saturday night, the bats were still hot for the Raiders. In the 5th, Huff was at bat. Singles to right. Freeman Jr. scores. Pruitt scores. That makes it 10-4 Raiders. The 5th would be a long inning for WKU. And Tanini up to bat. He singles. Another run will come home for the Raiders. Next inning, WKU starting to come back. Run scores there. Same inning, bases loaded, Constantine. Grand slam. MT would be able to survive though. They would beat WKU 13-10. MTSU baseball will go on to win the last game 11-4 and sweep WKU. MTSU softball began their series on Saturday as they took on UAB. MT softball was hitting the ball well in this game. Single by Ryan King. UAB tries to get something going here, but a pop-up will retire the side there. Summer Burgess up to bat. She would have 3 hits and an RBI in this game. MTSU softball will go on to win this game. They won 6-5.
Fans be sure to hang around for our second game against UAB.
It was a long game last night as the MTSU Blue Raiders baseball looked to bounce back against Murray State last night. Murray State had the bats going last night. They scored four runs in the first inning. The Raiders were slowly picked up, though. They scored 1 that same inning. They would score 3 in the 6th inning. Down in the bottom of the 9th, Freeman hits that to the outfield. He gets a double. He runs the bases there. Antonini up to bat. Freeman Jr. on third. He hits that. Freeman Jr. scores there. And MTSU would go on to win 8-5 after Peyton Wigington 3-run home run in the 13th inning. In high school sports, Siegel baseball took on Oakland last night. They won that game 2-1. Blackman played at Spring Hill. They won that game 3-2. Blackman softball played Oakland last night. They dominated that game 11-1. Riverdale softball took on Smyrna last night. Riverdale won 3-0. MTSU Raiders look to break their 3-game losing streak against Charlotte Saturday night. First half, Raiders lead. Hawthorne and Scurry for the dunk. Second half, Raiders up 13. Hawthorne hits the 3. One of the few Charlotte highlights here. Mangum hits the 3. Green drives, pulls, hits the 3. Davis trying to cut into a 16-point deficit. He hits the 3. Sims lays this in.
Johnson feeds
Scurry to Johnson. He hits the lay-in. Green drives here. He hits the lay-in. Raiders win